Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So I just wanted to document this video for you guys and talk about my journey using the Wella toners and T18 and T11, which is what it kind of came to eventually. My hair went through quite the many processes within a certain amount of weeks. And I feel like there is so much to cover in this process. Like my eyelashes also like feeling like it's about to fall off. So don't mind that if there's like some weird twitching or something. It's like super weird feeling and I'm feeling like it's gonna fall off even though I can see that it's not. But anyway, excuse that. I feel like there's a lot to talk about with this process because it's just really been a tedious battle to really just kind of get, what I am looking for. And so I'm just going to talk about everything that I did, as well as show you guys scenes of the processes I took from when I also used the T14 and the 050, which I did not film that at all. I don't know, I just wasn't filming during that time, but that was to take out all the red in my hair from when I was using the box dye. And the box dye that I was recently using was the Cream of Nature blonde box dye that I talked about. And I just decided because, every single time I would get my box dye done, it just seemed like it was coming out different colors every single time. I'm not really sure, why, but I just ended up deciding that I'm going to just chance my luck with bleaching my hair because I just feel like it's going to be a lot more seamless. It's going to be a process that I'm going to learn a lot, so I was already prepared for that. And through this, I feel like I'm going to also learn better how to get the color I want every single time instead of relying on box dye, which is kind of just, I don't know, I really don't know. I knew that it wasn't really good anymore when I was getting it professionally put into my head because, as you guys know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I take a lot of things to the hair salon that I go to and they kind of do all of that for me. But I pretty much tell them what I want in my hair, from my shampoo and my conditioner to the bleach, the toner, just everything, and they just do it, okay? The only difference is that I don't have to actually do it myself, but I was taking my box dye to the professionals and they were putting in my box dye, and when I saw that it was just coming out still weird and not looking that good, different colors in different places, no matter how much they covered all these areas over and over and over again, it just seemed like the same thing kept happening. So when I was getting it professionally done and it was still coming out weird and wacky, that's when I just was sick of the box dye and I just wanted to just go ahead and just straight up bleach my hair because that's just how much I want to be blonde, and I'm just tired of like this fight, like tug of war constantly with box dye. When I had the Cream of Nature in my hair, my hair was really orange. It was like really high yellow, like orange. It was orange in certain lights, it was yellow in others. I thought it was still a really pretty, obviously like more on the blonde side color, but it wasn't perfected, and I don't know, it just wasn't perfected. And then that whole thing going on, like I said, constantly coming up with different colors using the same box dye. I just don't understand that. It just blows my mind. I just didn't like it. I just didn't like it how it was. So, and I also wanted to go lighter. Like I kind of wanted to challenge myself and go lighter with my hair. So I did the T14 and the 050 on that hair. And that hair was really red, so the T14 and the 050 really worked out well. I did 1 thing of T14 by half of my 050. And that was what I was instructed to do through the videos that I saw on YouTube, and that actually worked for me. If anything, it just wasn't enough. Like I should have mixed a little bit more, and I would say if you need more than 1.5, like maybe you need a full 2, I wouldn't put 1 whole T14 and 1 whole 050. I would put 1 T14 and then half of 050 still, and then maybe half of another T14. Just so then you still have a little bit more T14 over 050, because 050 will literally turn your hair silver. It's a great amplifier, I think, to add to toners, which I'm going to get to talk to you guys about in a little bit when I get to the T18 and T11 portion, because that's literally what just toned my hair this last time. So that's what you're looking at now, is the result of that toning. I did that whole T14 and 050 thing, and it took the red and the brassy tones out of my hair. I might insert a picture of what it made my hair look like. It really made my hair kind of like a icy color. It was really pretty. It was more of a honey blonde and a truer blonde, and it was like less red and orange like what I was dealing with before I did that. So I was really happy with my decision of doing it. I loved it. But I also knew that I didn't want to stay at the T14 050 like look. It was really good for kicking out what I needed to kick out at that time, but moving forward I do want to get brighter. So that's why I went beyond that into the T18 and the T11, which was also a huge combo. And that's the great thing about YouTube. Literally, there's so many things that have already been done, and before you make up a method that is just crazy, you don't know what you're doing, you know, there's a lot of things to try and a lot of results to look from. And so I really did a lot of research and just hunting around, looking at people's videos and just kind of seeing, like, you know, how they got there, what they did. And it just seemed like the T18 and the T11 mixture was really, really like something that was giving people, like, well, at least this blonde that I really wanted. I really thought it was pretty. It came out pretty on everyone that I saw do it. So I was like, I want to do that because I think that that's finally going to get me, at least get the ball rolling in the direction of like the blonde that I'm trying to achieve. Because Lord knows it's been very stressful trying to get this blonde hair the way that I want it. And I mean, I finally do feel like at this point I have definitely reached like, okay, I'm very happy with this hair. I do want it to be slightly cooler, not so cool that you don't see any orange kinda or a little bit of yellow. Like, I want you to see, you know, a little bit. I'm gonna just talk to you guys about, well, first of all, let me show you like some of like the process in which, like, what happened, because also there was a moment in time where I tried to kind of make the bleach process and the toning process like the box dye process, and it actually made my roots darker, and then I deposited too much color onto my hair, which made my hair more gold. So from the T14 and 050 tidbit, after that I then went in and switched up from that, and I tried to do something that was totally didn't work out, like with colorants and stuff, like liquid color and cream colored, like, and you guys are gonna see like what I'm talking about. So then I had to correct the hair this time around from that. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you guys the scenes because I did document my like everything. I don't know, I just wanted to make this video really juicy for you guys because I know there's a lot that goes into this, and I'm actually having a lot of fun like getting back into making hair videos and thinking about making hair videos, because y'all know I used to make hair videos, okay? And I'm like so into this new world of Wella toners and bleaching my hair, and it's a lot because I did fight with myself a lot before getting here. Believe it or not, that's a whole nother story for like a whole nother time, of course. But anyways, I'm just gonna show you guys a little bit of the struggle before we get to, you know, the final destination. So here we go. Hey guys, what's up? So I totally forgot my bag that I actually have to have in this video. Hold on. Okay, so I have a Sally's bag. This bag has everything that I pretty much bought today to do my hair. And I bought some other essential items that we're not going to talk about in this video. I'm just going to put that stuff on the side. But basically everything that I'm going to show you guys in this video, the value of it is about 50 bucks. Okay, 50 buckaroos for all this stuff. And it's just the Wella stuff that I'm going to be using to do my hair. So I wanted to show you guys the colors that I got. And the first process is to do my roots. As you guys can see, my roots are heavily grown out. And my hair has actually, there's so much noise outside right now, I just cannot. So the colors I got, just to show you guys everything that I did purchase, is the Color Charm Permanent Gel Hair Color. These are going to be used, the gels are going to be used in the process of redoing my roots with Blonde Brilliance, which I'm also going to talk about a little bit more because I don't box dye anymore. Which is why I felt like it was really important to start documenting these processes, because hair is one of those things on my channel that a lot of people tune into to a certain extent. So I kind of like making hair videos as well. So I want to keep doing that. So I'm going to start talking more about the process in which I blonde my hair now, because it's totally different than what it was a couple months ago when I did do my box dye using the, I forget what it's called. Is it Cream of Nature? It was the Cream of Nature box dye. Okay, I don't use that anymore. But for these colors, for the Wella, I got Light Golden Blonde, which is the 8G 841, and Sand Blonde. Okay, and I got a third one because I always have a ton of parts in my hair that they have to do, and they're always like running out of product. Another Light Golden Blonde. So I have 2 parts light golden, 1 part sand, and I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna use those. But I got 3 just in case, and I also got, and that's for the process of my roots, right? So the process of toning out my hair, because my roots are going to be in this process, which means that I'm not box dyeing, which means that the color could be a little bit different from what the norm has been, because this is a whole new process. So I'm probably going to have to retone my whole entire head to now match what could potentially be my new root blonde color. Okay, I don't know yet. This is my first time doing this, which is why it's so key that I filmed this for you guys. But for the toning process, I have the Wella liquid hair toners, which, like I said, I've already used before, and we'll talk about a little bit more later. But I got a T14 one because I just need one. I didn't need any more of the 050, which I did use in the process before, so I didn't get that. But I got the 9G Soft Pure Gold Blonde. I got 2 of those, and I got the 9NN Intense Very Light Blonde. Okay, so I got 2 parts, 1 part very light intense very light blonde, and then 2 parts of the soft pure gold. This is going to be for the toning process. So I just wanted to show you guys all that, plus the T14. Can't forget that. I just wanted to show you guys all that stuff for now, so then you guys can just kind of see everything that it really is going to take for me to do this process. You can see that my hair is just, it's due. Okay, it's been a long time. I haven't dyed my hair for, I probably haven't dyed my hair. I dyed my hair like sometime like early July. So I'll say that July, it's been about 3 or 4 months since the last time that I colored my hair, toned my hair. And the last time that I did anything color related to my hair was really just toning my hair. I actually didn't bleach it or anything like that, or box dye it. I just wanted to get the brass out. So actually, the real length of time to where it's been since the last time I've actually colored my hair and wasn't just trying to like fix it, because I was actually just fixed it a couple months ago. I actually didn't color my hair for probably way longer than that, for probably over 6 or 7 months. Actually, so this is just growth from that point. My hair doesn't grow significantly fast, and no, I haven't been taking any supplements at the moment. I actually am trying to get some new ones. But I just wanted to show you guys just everything that I use, how much it costs. And I get all this stuff from Sally's. The Blonde Brilliance, I get it from Sally's. And in the toning process, I use the Salon Care. Because the Blonde Brilliance only comes in the 35 developer. And the 35 developer is really, really good to lift your hair from its natural, really, really dark to black. My hair is pretty much jet black state to a lighter phase. And when you're toning, you want to use a lower resolution developer, because I mean, the hair is already colored. You're just trying to fix it. You're not really trying to disrupt it that much. So that's all the stuff that I use, and we're gonna go ahead and color my hair, and we're just gonna talk about what happens, what happened in that process. Because at this point in time, I am getting ready to go to the salon, and I am totally excited, because I know that my hair is going to be blonder, because I just feel like it is, but I just don't know what the results are going to be, because this is my first time stepping out of the box and just doing a different process to get my blonde. Something I feel like is going to be a more reliable process, because these box dyes and things getting discontinued, it just seems like there has to be another way. There has to be another way. So we're gonna go and do this and see how it goes, and then I'm gonna come back and talk to you guys more about that with my new do. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, so I am back. I was really hoping that I was going to be able to come and show you guys a done job, a good job. I don't think it's a bad job, but this is just going to turn into more of some type of a series of unfortunate events until we get to the conclusion, because I actually made a lot of mistakes in trying to bleach my hair to the color desired, which would be the body of my hair. I did come home and do a little bit of trimming to my hair that I do personally at home. If you guys want me to talk to you a little bit more about that process, I can with time. But in this video, or in these videos that I'm going to make, because I don't even know how I really want to set this up, I'm just going to talk about the process in coloring my hair. So the last time when I had showed you guys my hair was grown out, and I needed to go and get it done. But I mentioned that I'm, getting away from box dyes, and I'm really just trying to truly blonde the bleach way, and the way in which I can control and really give myself the blonde that I expect to have every time. Now, I went and I bought all this stuff from Sally's that I showed you guys the last video that I made. And I did use this stuff at the salon, okay? So I professionally got it put in, as I do, every single time, even with my box dyes. for the last few times that I got it done, I was getting them put in. Okay, so let's just go through this stuff. I don't even know how I want to like, what I want to talk about first, but let's just go through this stuff. So to bleach my hair, of course, I used the Blonde Brilliance, which I'm actually really comfortable with using this in my hair now because I'm just comfortable with it. And I think that is good bleach. And I've talked about this separately before. I used that with the 35 Developer. And I also used the Color Charm by Wella in light golden blonde. I used, I think I used a sand blonde as well. A light golden blonde. So I used 3, which was mistake number 1. That was entirely way too much product. That was totally unnecessary for what I was trying to do, but I felt like I needed that amount of product to successfully have enough to do my roots and stuff. So these are the containers. This one is a sand blonde and this one is light golden blonde, and I have another sand blonde and I have light golden blonde. These 3 got taken out, so these are the ones that I used. And basically how I tried to do it was I did the 35 Developer by Blonde Brilliance by these 3 tubes of Color Charm permanent gel hair color, colorants, and then I did a splash of bleach because I was trying to mimic the box dye in which you do the developer, the color together, you shake it, and then my box dye had a booster packet which was essentially bleach, and that's how I kind of wanted to do it, but it just like didn't really work out. It made my roots kind of brown. Now mind you, this has happened to me before, and when it happened to me before, it happened to me before with box dye. This was before I even toned my hair to this blonde, because this blonde y'all see here, this is not coming from the Cream of Nature. This is coming from T14 and 050 toning. Okay, there was just one moment in time where I just like toned my whole entire head because I was just tired of that red orange variance, and every single time I box dyed my hair it seemed like I was getting a new color. Also, sorry if my brows look bolder than anything else on my face. I don't know why today I just decided like to do my brows and go outside. I don't know, I've gotten a whole bunch of makeup recently and I've just been really like artistic with it, but haven't really been doing like the full face thing. So if it looks like I kind of have on makeup but you don't really know what to make of it, like, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I used these and it was a huge mistake because really I should have just went ahead and bleached my roots with the 35 Developer and the Blonde Brilliance bleach, and I could have probably had 1 tube of colorant, but that was really literally all I needed, if even that. Okay, so all these tubes of colorant, it just was absolutely unnecessary. Like I said, I was trying to mimic the process of the box dye, but I was trying to do it with, you know, pro tools, like, because I thought that it would elevate it more so. And to an extent it did, because like I said, this has happened to me before, but it's actually not as bad as it was before. I do see that it did lift it. It's definitely not black, you know, like before when this happened to me, like I was saying, it happened to me and like this part that you see like that's brown, it was so brown, like it looked like mud compared to like my blonde hair. And like, so I'm definitely not getting like those kind of vibes, but it definitely just doesn't like match, and that's also a little bit problematic for me because I hate when my hair does this. Now for me to go and get this fixed, I am gonna wait about 4 to 5 weeks. If I even want to tone that out, I might just decide to wait till my hair grows out for another 5 to 6 months for me to go and get a bleach job done and then just like fix it all at once. I don't know yet. I don't know if this is going to bother me enough to where I just want to fix it the next time I get my hair done. If I do want to fix it though, I would just T14 and 050 it out. So then I was trying to fix it by toning it, and all the stuff that I had to tone it with, let's look at that stuff, was the T14 Color Charm Liquid Hair Toner, the Liquid Hair Color in Soft Pure Gold Blonde. Sorry, it's Gold Blonde. And I have, what else do I have? The Liquid Hair Color in 9NN. And now that I'm looking at this and saying that it's a liquid hair color, oh my goodness, no wonder this didn't really do anything either, because I have two hair colors by partial toner. So I barely even tone my hair. I basically just put a whole bunch of hair color into my hair with developer. And I used the 20 developer from Salon Care when I did the toning portion of the process. So I had 20 developer by the Soft Pure Gold, one whole thing of this, which is hair color, probably like half or like less than half, like 1/4 of the toner. And I had 1/4 of this intense, very light blonde, which was dumb because you're not even toning the hair. I thought that this was a toner. I thought the 9NN, the intense, very light blonde, I don't know why I processed this as a toner. And now that I'm reading it, I see it's not a toner. But anyway, I had mixed those three things together, and with developer, she put it on my hair. We waited for like probably 20 minutes, same with the root process, and it didn't really do anything. It didn't change anything. From what she told me, she felt like everything was the same, you know? And I was like, okay, like, didn't really do anything. I do like the color though. Like, it is a really nice color. It looks really nice in different lights. Right now, to me, it's looking kind of dim because I'm kind of in like a lightly lighted kind of scenery with the bathroom. But on film, I can actually see that it's coming off very bright. Okay, it's very bright. And it is really bright. My hair is really bright, and I am really happy with this color. I just wish it would be this color every time. But the good thing is that my hair is all on my head, which was the worst thing that could happen, right? Is that I could just mess up my hair and it could just, you know, not have worked out, and then I would have no hair to even fix. But that didn't happen. But I think the issue with this process and this trying of all this stuff that I just talked about was just the amount of color I had versus actual shifters like toner and bleach. I had so much hair color involved in the processes to where anything that could change anything really didn't have any room to do its thing. Now the roots coming out as well as they did, and I say that now because honestly I remember where I came from with it, where it was way worse than what it is now. It's not perfect, and blonding is not easy, and that's why I am trying to open up and start making these videos, because people need to see these videos, okay? Because blonding is not easy. It's a process, and my hair has to be like this for at least another 5 weeks before I can even think I'm about to do anything to it. But I do feel like it isn't as bad as what I've experienced in the past. But I could have had more bleach, and I feel like the little bit of bleach that was in it is really what is saving it from being any worse than what it is. So the bleach is absolutely necessary, and I shouldn't have shied away from it, but I don't know, like, you know. But this is my hair now. I got a blowout, as I always do, and I trim my own hair. This is what it looks like in the back. And I don't know if you guys can see my roots, but that's what my hair is looking like right now. So anyways, it's a lot of stuff that I feel like I just said in this video. I just wanted to record the process and also just update you guys. I was really hoping that this video would be a before and after where you guys could just see how bomb my hair was, but it's really not. There's some work that needs to be done. But we did successfully lift the black color, which is, I know, probably like the most basic thing in the world, but for someone like me that relies on box dyes, and I've never even like bleached my hair, but I've bleached like extensions and stuff like that. Putting bleach on my hair, period, in any form, like to the point where I'm actually buying bleach for itself and putting it on my hair, is a big transition. So I'm just loving the process. It's not that bad. It's not the worst thing in the world. I could walk around like this. If I want to change it next month, I can change that much next month. But we will have to wait to get some new growth to really do something different and see if it works. Okay, now that you guys have seen the struggle, you guys saw, you know, started from the bottom, now we're at T18 and T11. So like, let's just go down the line, everything that I have. So with my hair, when I went to Sally's, first of all, I was really trying to hope that I could just get the T18 and the T11 without having to re-bleach the top of my hair, which, let me insert a picture to show you guys exactly what my hair looked like when I was at the salon getting ready to get it done, just so you see in the true light where it's not washed out on camera. What the hair was really looking like. Who is that? So as you can see now, this is like what my hair looks like, and it's still kind of, you know, orange, but I mean, not even like orange, it's still kind of like weird up there. But this will kick out if you kind of continue to tone your hair and, you know, just do what you need to do. I'm confident that those little hints will eventually kick out, because I'm gonna stay with T18 and T11, which, first and foremost, let me just say, before I even say anything else, I actually really enjoyed my results. I would recommend this, and I would recommend this for someone that is aiming to continuously stay cool and get cooler. Like, I don't think my hair reflects 100% like the results, because I had to fix a lot and it got it close to it, but I think if I tone it again, it'll get even closer to what it is actually supposed to be at, and then it'll just continue to stay like that. And if, I don't know if toner like gets weird after a while, or if it consistently stays in unison, like, but if I needed to kick some color back into it, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not at that point yet, so if I got there, I would just tell you guys like whatever I do. But anyway, yeah, I really do like the T18 and the T11 together, and I feel like the T11 is highly responsible for why the T18 is not gonna go white, because these are very powerful like blondes that we're like mixing together, and they process better on light hair. So when I went into Sally's, like I was saying though, I asked them for their advice, and I asked them and I was like, should I just go ahead and tone my hair and not bleach my hair? Do you think it'll just tone it out and make it equal? And they were like, no, you need to re-bleach your roots, because if you don't, then it's just basically going to be a waste of time because nothing's going to come up. So they did re-bleach my roots, and when they re-bleached my roots, I actually felt a lot better. I really didn't care that they were bleaching my roots. Like, I'm so over that now. Like, it was more so just like, this is gonna take some time. And even though I don't physically do it, like put it in or anything, you know, I go and I pay for it to get done. It's still like, oh, I don't want to be here forever, like bleaching my hair and doing all this stuff. Like, bleach and tone days are like the worst, especially when you kind of like are being really experimental that day. You don't even really 100% know what's about to happen. But I do feel like, yeah, we got it together, right? So anyway, can we just like show you the stuff? Like, okay, from the last thing that I did with all the colorants and all the crap that I messed it up, right? I just decided to mix bleach developer. So I used the Blonde Brilliance 35 volume developer with the Express 9 powder lightener on my roots, just straight up. When I blended it together, and I do feel like this is a softer bleach on the hair. I blended it together. I would say I like to have like a nice pancake consistency, like kind of texture mix, where it's stretchable but it's still thick to where the bleach is going to stay where you want it to stay, but it's not so watery that it's like, what are we bleaching, you know? So I like to have it kind of thick and stretchable. And it's very important that you guys, I'm sure you guys already know this, need to make sure that your bleach is thoroughly blended. Don't have any clumps or bumps anywhere, because you know what I'm saying, especially if you're like a self bleacher and you don't even take it to the salon or anything like that. Because I feel like I take my hair to the salon and I blend it myself for them, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure even if it wasn't well blended, like they wouldn't dare just like put it in my hair like that, that they would just look at it and be like, girl, let me mix this up a little bit more for you, because this isn't working out or something. But if you're doing it by yourself, make sure that your mixture is well blended. Moving forward though, bleached my hair with that Blonde Brilliance, and then when she put it in, I probably let the bleach sit for probably like, I don't even know, that bleach probably sat for, I don't know, about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. My hair generally, ever since the Share Moisture days, if you guys have been watching my channel that long, you know my hair takes a long time to process things. On that box dye, it would say leave in your hair for about 20 minutes, but I was putting it on my hair from what escalated to an hour to almost 2 hours, because that's the psyche of my hair, so you have to gauge yourself as a person. Okay guys, I literally had to use a different memory card because my memory card didn't have enough space in it. But basically what I was trying to say is you have to just kind of know your hair, what it's going to take. But then also with bleach and toner and these types of things that we're talking about, when you put these things in your hair, you are kind of supposed to be watching your hair. You know, you're not really supposed to just take a nap, go pop some popcorn. You know, you have very dangerous chemicals in your hair. So when you're bleaching and when you're toning, just keep an eye out on your hair and really see where your hair is at in every single stage and minute of the way. And then kind of do what makes you comfortable. But I think we left my bleach in for about 15 minutes and then we washed it out. After washing it out, we let the hair get damp and then we put in the toner. And when I mixed in the toner, I mixed in 1 T18 by 1 T11. Okay. And I also did a splash of 050. Now I'm going to explain what I did there, because with the 050, I never thought that I would need to use that again, right? But because of how brown my roots were, and because I didn't know if I wanted to bleach my hair, my roots again until I went to Sally's, and then they kind of recommended that I should, if I wanted to get lighter. Um, I got the 050 just to pour a couple capfuls. Like literally I put like 3 capfuls. So it wasn't really a significant amount, but I just wanted to have a little bit of an amp up to the coolness. And 050 targets like violets and blues and stuff like that. So I don't know. I just wanted to kick as much of what I didn't want out as much as possible. And I thought that adding like 3 small capfuls of the 050 was just the little bit of spice that it needed. Now, I don't know how strong that was, but that's what I did. So I mixed the T11 and the T18 together. I did both full ones. And then I mixed in 4 parts conditioner, and my conditioner was the Salon Care 20 volume developer. Here is the Salon Care 20 volume developer. And I think that when I get done this developer, I'm going to want to try the Wella 20 developer. I'll keep my Blonde Brilliance developer and bleach the same. That's the bleaching process. But for toning, I want to try the Wella one because I've heard a lot of people say it's really good. But the Salon Care, you guys already know this is very, very popular. And I've only ever used a 20 developer in the toning process. I've never used a 10 developer. I've seen people do that. I think that already with, you know, what I just said, with things having to sit on my hair for a while, that would be a little bit too, it wouldn't be strong enough. It wouldn't be quite strong enough. That's just my opinion about it. And I'm comfortable with the 20. So I mixed 4 parts of that in though with the T11 and T18 mixture, and it went to this kind of jelly white consistency. Now when I did the T14 and the 050, that one was straight like purple. It was like a purple. It was like blue and purple, right? And so when it turns on your hair, it's a little bit harder to kind of like see kind of like when it's turning because it's already like initially that color. But with the T18 and the T11, it was actually like light and it turns on your head. So I mixed them together, and whatever consistency it comes out as, guys, don't put any more conditioner than what you need to put in, because it's not the colorants situation, which is what I did wrong. I just hate this eyelash right now. It's like super annoying to me. But if you put too much conditioner, like if you try to stretch it too much with conditioner, it's gonna just buffer out the toner, and then it's just not gonna work properly. So it's really just that 2 parts by 1, and I made the mistake of doing that the last time too. Like putting just like, I don't know, like if you want to stretch it out with like a little bit of water, but like just make sure like your ratios of everything are like along the line, closely along the lines, or basically right on the line of what they need to be. And that will ensure that everything has room to work the best way possible, the way that it has to work. I put the toner on my hair, and the toner sat on my hair for about like 30 minutes, like honestly like 30 minutes, like 35 minutes. And I was not gonna wash that toner out if I did not see it turn like a very deep purpley blue. And guys, especially my chocolate girls out there that are thinking about bleaching your hair and toning it, it's a scary process putting chemicals on your hair, especially when you're natural and you know you want to have healthy hair and all that. But if you don't leave things on your hair for the proper amount of time, you're just wasting money and energy you know, trying to do all these processes and then it's just coming up muddy or not really working. Like if your toner is a pasty purple or like barely purple, but it's just slightly different from when you initially put it on, it's not completely done yet. Like you really want it to kind of be hitting that purple color, and that's how you know that it's working. At least for me, I know that's when it's working. But for a long time I was like taking it out too quickly. Same thing in my extensions when I would like bleach and tone, and I was going through a headache trying to get my clip-ins to match my hair through all of this, and I'm finally getting that right now too. Like I was taking it out too quickly, you know, and I was like getting scared. And it's kind of something where you kind of learn like, okay, this is not that bad. Like, okay, this is what I can do. This is what I can get away with. So it's a process, but guys, you have to let the toner do its thing, because this is really what's going to shift all those weird colors and things that you want kicked out, or things that you might want kicked in. This is really what's gonna do that. So don't be afraid to let it sit, and when it does come out, because there are people that are probably watching this that have already done this, and then there's probably people that are watching this that are trying to do this for the first time. Your hair is going to look like kind of silver and gray in certain areas. I know mine, even with the T14 and the 050, I got some weird ashy purple grays. But then it kicked out within 24 hours, like as, you know, she was styling the hair. It gets more unison to what your hair color is, but it could freak you out when you see it for the first time, because you just are like, what's going on? But just know that toner is not a hair color. It's not blue dye, okay? It's just the reaction of those things together. That's just how it reacts, but that's not how it's gonna stay. So just rest assured that it's gonna come out and everything is gonna be okay, okay? So when she washed my hair, I probably had it in for about 30 minutes, honestly. And it was like kind of, it was kind of stinging a little bit, but I mean, I knew that it turned really, really good. Like it turned really nicely. So I was like, okay, let's wash this out, right? So we washed it out. And when we washed it out, immediately she already noticed a major difference, right? So I'm just like already internally happy, because I'm like, okay, something happened. I wonder what it was, you know. But the goal was that the hair is supposed to be lighter. Now I do feel like I achieved that goal. I definitely fixed the roots. There is a little bit of brown and orange tints in my hair, but I do feel like with consistent toning, now that I'm comfortable with this and I really like how this turned out, and I know that it can get better and better with time, that those things are things that I'm not worried about, because I'm confident that I will be able to kick them out with time and just consistent maintenance of, you know, toning my hair. So I really, really like this a lot. I hope that my mistakes also inspired some type of clarity in certain directions and things like that. I don't know, but I was just determined to record the process, because I left you guys out of T14 and 050. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do that this time. And then also, this is my first time really trying all this stuff out. And turns out that at the end of this really long, exhausting road, I actually came out with something that I really, really like. I really like my hair. I think it's so pretty. I like the sandy tones, and right now it's kind of looking like weird. I feel like it looks kind of yellow in here, honestly. But outside, you see the icy tones in there, and it could be a little bit better. Little bit, but it definitely cooled out nice, like really nice. I really like my hair. And if you guys have any questions any more about the hair color or anything like that. I don't think anything from Sally's was super expensive. I think those Wella toners are like $6. The Blonde Brilliance by the bucket, I get it by the bucket because I use it on my extensions and on my hair. And it's just something that I like, so I just get it in a large size. But those aren't really that expensive either. I would say maybe it might be a little bit expensive if you're trying to get all this stuff in one day. So do your research and really pick and choose, what you want to do. I also would highly recommend that if your hair is like more of a red, copper, or orangey tone, that you do the T14 and 050 process first, because if you put this on brown hair, it's just not gonna do anything, okay? So or if you put it on hair that's not like yellow, like it can put this up. But like if it's like brown, like you guys know what I mean, like it can't be like red, you know what I'm saying, like red, orange, brick. It can't be too close to brick. And if you're having that bricky undertone, then you need the T14 and 050 first though. And if you need to do 2 bottles because you don't think 1.5 is enough, then still keep it at the 050 halfway and then half it up with another T14, because the 050 is just really strong. And unless you your hair might be really white, okay, just letting you guys know that. But yeah, I would definitely recommend those, just to get that out, and then from that point you should be good to go. I don't see myself using T14 anymore. It's a little bit too like dull ash. It is cute. It was really pretty when I first did it, but I want to be lighter and I have upgraded from that. I don't want to be that. I just wanted to get that out, okay? So it's good for that, but I really did like this a lot. I hope this video is helpful to people, and if you guys have any questions, definitely don't hesitate to leave me any comments down below. And also, if you guys have any recommendations, especially for natural blondes like me. When I say natural, I don't mean like a natural blonde, I'm not born blonde. I mean I'm a natural haired girl with blonde hair. Yeah, if you have any suggestions, definitely let me know down below. I like reading suggestions. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.